The Le Mans start for the KTM RC8 Super Cup bonus race here at Silverstone on Sunday morning. How entertaining is this going to be? The 30-second board goes out. The riders are lined up on the opposite side of the track from their KTM motorcycles. They have to run across to the motorbikes, jump aboard, hopefully without kicking the gnashes out of the gentleman holding their motorcycle. And who's going to be the quickest? Young Richie Thornton must be a favourite. But what a start for number 77, gets out of the trap, Jonathan Railton, who finished second in the Under-25 Cup. But it's number 71 from the head of the grid, Richie Thornton, who just makes it as they launch themselves through Cops Corner. The first of 12 laps here at Silverstone. And as they launch themselves up towards Ireland, the tight right-hander, whoa, almost coming together there. And it's a move through into second place. And amazingly enough, is that number 88 Edmeades who's made the running at the front. Now, he apparently was leading the race yesterday, almost the whole distance before he had a mistake on the penultimate lap and lost it to Dave Wood.
Yeah, he did. It was a good race yesterday, and those two got out in front really battling, and he looked very, very good to me, Edmeades, and it looked like he just might be able to do it. He was putting in some good 132 laps, but made a bit of a mistake, and it dropped him back. Unusually for us already, we can't see any of Dave Wood at the front. You know, yesterday's winner and the man who's won the championship. And look at that, he's not in the top 9 there.
And even Dave Heal's ahead of him in 13th place, 17th for Dave Wood, so he's got some charging to do. And of course, Le Mans start, not exactly favouring the 40-plus something, James.
He won't like you saying that, but yeah, certainly, you know, he'll come through. It's made it a bit more exciting for us, but I think that seeing what
Railton second, Riley is third, Thornton fourth, Pekkanen in fifth. Sam Bishop, the new Under-25 Cup champion, is in sixth place ahead of the man who finished third in that series, Adam Foster, seventh.
Yeah, Kelvin Riley's really pushing now on Railton. You can see he's looking everywhere to make a move. He was a bit disappointed yesterday. I saw him, obviously lost second in the championship, finished third overall. We're looking at him. He's the second bike in the picture there, the white bike. And yeah, let's not forget, you know, he led the championship. Oh, it's a big lunge up the inside there. Good move from Riley. Is Railton being able to come back? He's got the line on the inside. Riley lets the brakes off, just runs it through to the apex. So a good move. But yes, going back to it, you know, he thought he might get second, and oh, he's a big mistake again. It lets Railton back through up the inside.
Oh, he won't.
Doesn't give up, does he?
So Kelvin Riley has forced his way back into second place. Now the question is, can he make any inroads into James Edmeades? Edmeades was really impressive yesterday on bike number 88. He leads again as they go into the third of 12 laps. Edmeades, Riley. Riley's got nearly 2 seconds to make up. Jonathan Railton pushed back to third. Pekkanen is now fourth, ahead of Richie Thornton, Adam Foster and Sam Bishop, with Francis Williamson eighth, ahead of Dave Heal, making progress, ahead of Andrew Marriott in 10th. Smith 11th, Dave Wood through to 12th place on bike number 1.
Here we can see, this is Edmeades out front. Oh, big moment, massive moment. Loses the rear, just coming on the power there, and you know, you can see how hard he's trying. That's just before the little one, but as you come into the complex.
The fastest lap on that lap was a 1:33.4 by Dave Heal. No, Pekkanen was actually a fraction faster as he fights for that 4th place, but still can't get himself out of 4th place. There he is, the flying Finn on the Inmoto course. The second Inmoto bike goes for the pass. I think he may just have dived through. Look at this, Dave Heal is absolutely legging it in 5th place to try and close the gap.
Here they are,
and
yes.
There is Pekkanen, he's through to 3rd place.
That's right.
And look at Dave Heal, the green streak in the background. He's after these guys. You can't keep a good man down.
You certainly can't. Pekkanen got second in the race yesterday, second in the championship. There's the 3rd bike in your picture there. You can just see him sort of coming through, and very, very strong rider. Really, he's found his form, number 81, Pekkanen. And now he's just going through into 3rd spot, 33 flat, 133 flat by Pekkanen. Fastest lap of the race, there he is, so that's why he's catching. This is the move. If you look at 4th place Pekkanen there on the white bike, he runs it out of here, bridge, then he slips it up the inside, and this does Railton into the left.
So he enjoyed the man's corner there, James. Got the run through that he needed. And back on track with the leaders. He is now pressing his teammate Kelvin Riley.
Yeah, Riley wants to make a little bit of a move here, I think. Unsettle Edmeades, you know. It's sort of, you know,
he closed on him so quickly, and Edmeades had that moment. And look, it's Pekkanen who's going to make the move on Riley. He slips underneath through the fast left-hander on the alleged back straight, and that's his move through now into second place. So now he surely will put the pressure on Edmeades.
He will. I mean, he looks like the fastest. Well, he is the fastest guy on the track at the moment. Fastest lap, last lap round, and he's so small. You can see Kelvin Riley then. He just drifted past him. And we've got to remember, all these bikes are exactly the same. It's one of the things about this championship with Pekkanen on. He's only small. He's only about 5'2", 5'3".
Battling with Edmeades.
Yeah, that was nice, and that's, you know, what we want to see. And also, it's, you know, now he's just sort of let Edmeades know he's there. You know, so Edmeades now has got to concentrate a little bit more on what's going on behind as well. So this is good for the race as well. Still, we got there Kelvin Riley, and just hanging on to them is Railton as well behind there.
And these guys are really, well, it's bumpy, James, as you come out of that final right-hander to at Luffield. It's horrible as you bounce your way into the chicane on these KTMs.
It is. The Formula One cars do so many miles here. Look at the second bike in the picture. Here you've got Pekkanen, just slips around the outside there of Edmeades, and then he just comes in here, can't quite keep it on the line. He's got a lot of brake on there, has to watch it. Edmeades just drives it up the inside, and there we have it.
This is a great moment, plunging underneath bridge, the barriers closing around you to make it feel even faster. And then through the right-hander at Priory.
Bit of a mistake there for Pekkanen. He just went in too hot. He was trying to concentrate too much.
So easy to do.
It is, and they got a back marker ahead as well. This could be critical to what happens. If Edmeades can slip up the inside of him before this next little section, then he will really have an advantage. Does the guy know he's there? Sort of, maybe
it's Taryn Skinner. Skinner does seem to... Skinner almost sits on Pauli Pekkanen, but Pekkanen just gets there in time to let him know he's there. We're heading for the last lap of 12. The KTM RC8 Focused Event Super Cup, the bonus race, the Le Mans start. It's really spread them out, except for the four at the front. They're absolutely nailed together, still leading. James Edmeades, an impressive performance. He's really governed the race. Pekkanen knows it's now or never. He's going for him.
Yeah, he's done a good job. Now, this is where Pekkanen, this is where we've seen it every lap, and he's got to be. He's nice and closest lap, gets it squared off really well. He's right on the back of him. We haven't seen him quite this close to this section for a while. He's got to go as well. This is the place to pass. This is where he's got to go. Edmeades has got to use his head. He's got to be late on the brakes. Here comes Pekkanen. He comes up the inside. What's going to happen?
It's all down to the brakes. Edmeades again solid and late on the brakes. Catches the apex on the very tight right-hander there at Abbey.
Now, what can Pekkanen do now? Well, he's got to be close on the bridge, and he can maybe slip up the inside into the complex. Edmeades is great through here. Really lets the brakes off, bunted through. So the last possible place he can pass is going into the final chicane, and that is leaving it late, and it's hairy in there.
Well, he's certainly going to have a bash. The fin closes once again around this really awkward complexity where you've got to somehow show a little bit of patience. It's difficult when it's the final lap and you need to get through. Pekkanen, it could be he's going to have to do that really tight, clever exit. He's going for it. He's going to line it up and see if he can get the surge of power out of the final turn. He goes for the tight line. Edmeades, is he headed? He is, for his first win in the Focused Events KTM RC8 Super Cup. How well and richly deserved is that? James Edmeades, high-performance driving instructor, finally gets a high-performance race in and gets onto the top deck of the podium in the Focused Events RC8 Super Cup, the final bonus event of the whole series. What a great result for him. The winner of the KTM RC8 Super Cup bonus race here at Silverstone. A great ride by Redline Motorcycles' James Edmeades. He beats the in-moto course duo Pauli Pekkanen and Kelvin Riley, with Jonathan Railton in fourth place. Dave Hale and Dave Wood bursting through from way downfield to nail fifth and sixth. Ed Smith seventh ahead of Francis Williamson, Adam Foster and Richie Thornton. 11th for Darren Fry, 12th Sam Bishop, 13th Andrew Marriott ahead of Ben Taylor, Nick Hobden 15th, Pete Hasler 16th ahead of Dawn Broadway Smith and Taryn Skinner.